Hey everybody, good to be with all of you for our midday sit, our midday Saturday. I'm so happy to see you and so thankful for your dedication. I think it's super, super, super valuable and important that we all do this, and the commitment is real and it matters. For those of you here for the first time, welcome. If you're in the Zoom room or in YouTube or Facebook or you'll watch later, my name is Rabbi David Ingber, and I'm the founder of the Romemu community here in New York City, and this program is part of the Romemu Yeshiva, which I think is the world's only fully egalitarian, fully progressive institute of higher Jewish learning dedicated to contemplative and meditative practices from our tradition and beyond. We are so blessed to have Ari Wharton behind the scenes opening the room today and then closing it. And Bachi, I think he's here somewhere, Bachi Weller is going to be here telling us a little bit about some of the things that we might tend to forget about the yeshiva offerings and what's going on. Hosting us today, Bachi, good to have you.
Good to be here. Hi everyone, I'm Bachi. I'm an alum of the yeshiva. I actually don't have any other programs to put on your radar, but I will just give a couple notes about this program. As you probably know, we'll be off tomorrow and Friday, but we'll be back on Monday, turning on Monday daily sits through December 10th. So we've got 2 more weeks after today. And then this program will take a little break, be on hiatus. So stay tuned going forward for the future of this program. And I just want to say that we'll be off tomorrow and Friday, and this time period, this holiday, if you celebrate, can bring up so much, can bring up, gratitude, thankfulness, but it might also be bringing up other feelings, loneliness, anger, grief, and whatever comes up in these next 2 days, even though we don't have this container, this practice will always be there for you. It's always there to hold whatever comes up. So I know I'll be dipping into this well, even when this group isn't here. So yeah, with that, that's it.
Totally. So the practice is here, even when we're not. And so certainly when we're not, or when we're not wherever we are, um, finding the practices that are able to hold us when we're surrounded by intense feelings or intense conditions, whatever they might be, is really one of the most, I think, important fruits of the practice, of any spiritual practice, really, is the ability to be able to tap into what's always already there when we need to ground ourselves, need to seek refuge in some way. And I think that that's kind of what we've been studying a little bit in the Hasidic Masters, and in particular today, for those of you who weren't with us, but even those who were, there's a remarkable passage in the Torah portion, not this week, but in 2 weeks from now, where after Joseph has been revealed to be Joseph and not the viceroy of Egypt, but one of the brothers, Jacob, the father of the tribes and the father of the brothers, sends Judah, the fourth child of Leah, back down to Egypt to establish a space for the family to come and live. And the teachings that we were just studying were about how that was a seminal moment of making sure that they were prepared for what was coming. And it could be difficult, it could be challenging, it could be lonely, as Bachi said, it could be confusing. Whenever we go, as it were, to a place, a land whose name means constriction, and that can be our daily life, it can be birth, it could be, a Thanksgiving dinner. Certainly, we need our practices, we need the Yehudah, the ability to be aware, not just be in gratitude, but also just to be able to be with, which is such a vital piece of our practice. And so we'll practice that now. As the bell rings, we're going to spend 18 minutes in silence together in that practice. So as we begin our sit today, we're just inviting you to move in whatever way you usually do when you signal to yourself, I'm beginning to meditate. And today, intentionally bringing a prepared mind, a prepared heart, and a prepared body into alignment for a maximal period of reflection. That might mean noticing how you're sitting and whether the posture that you have is conducive to being alert. Perhaps gently tucking the chin so that there's a bit of lift in your upper back and neck. Noticing your sit bones and your feet on the ground, just establishing a really strong foundation. Just noticing as we bring full awareness and commitment to this moment. No matter what appears in your heart mind, no matter what thought or even what feelings might arise, we're holding the cushion. We are in Amidah. Even as we are Rabbi Yeshiva, we are standing with as we sit together to withstand. And with each moment, tenderly and lovingly opening our awareness to be with whatever is arising. into the narrow and constricted and limited awareness of what it is to be, of body, of form, of time and space. We send awareness, or aware of awareness, and its spaciousness, of its refuge. Whatever is arising in consciousness. All of the names and all the labels, all of the thoughts and all the feelings. Et Yehuda shalach lefanav Goshna. Wherever you are, come back to the refuge, to the space, gently noticing the content and the places you visited before gently coming back to this moment right here. Each movement with compassion and dedication. In our final minute together today, I invite you to take your hand to your heart and another hand across your belly as you hold yourself. Recognizing that this practice, this refuge, this awareness is always available. Morning, evening, and night, rain or shine, with old family patterns and with new ones. This space is always available. The Hebrew word chanu, ka, means to dedicate. Chanukat HaMizbeach means to dedicate the altar. But the rabbis see in the word Chanukah, which is a rededication, an allusion to the 25th day of the month of Kislev, which is Sunday night. The last two letters of Chanukah, those last two letters, Ka, spell the number 25, Chafhei, and Chanu means to rest. The word of Chafhei is also Ko, which means sort of. And so we rest in uncertainty, not knowing if tomorrow there'll be two lights or none. But we light the candle we have today, and we don't know what Thanksgiving will look like tomorrow or Indigenous Peoples Day will look like for any of you, but resting in that unknowing, in the fluid promise of spaciousness and refuge. Hope that it holds you as you hold yourselves. Hope that you have a wonderful day of connection and Shabbat. And God willing, see you next week in the shul for one of our classes at some point. Thank you to Ari and to Bachi. Chag Sameach, everybody.